Hello everyone, my name is Naveed. I am the instructor of your today course. So in today episode 2, we're gonna discuss about in Arduino in the intermediate level of definition or intermediate level of information I will be providing you. If you not watch the first episode in Arduino, I highly recommend you to go and watch the first episode. So without further delay, let's start our topics. First one is function. So in Arduino, we have the two kinds of function are using. I also told in first episode, we have the setup and loop. The setup will be run once and the loop will be run repeatedly. So what the mean of that, the function is basically a block of code that perform specific tasks. It could be used wherever you need to execute and run your task. If define the function in a better way, we have the reused code, organized way, or also easier to understand. Reused means you have the same code or function, you have to time the multiple way without rewriting it. On the organized way, it's keep your program clear and organized to have to better understand or show to others. And also easier to understand because we write on a functional way. That's the whole thing on a function that we are using. So next, we have the variable and data type. So that the term suggests we have the variable to store data in a program. Each variable have a specific kind of data type. Let us understand each one by one. What is variable and data type? So variable in Arduino are basically named to store locations in program memory that can hold a value which change during the execution. So variable, it like to store your data, manipulate it, and also reuse it. On the other hand, we have the data type. A data type defines the type of data that can store a variable. It could be on define your on a memory section or memory will be occur. That will be the whole thing on data type. Let's see how the data type or data defined cycle will be work. First, we have the integer. Second is float. Third one is character. Fourth one is boolean. And fifth one is string. Let's see one each by one. Integer is like your some kind of number 0, 1, 2, 3. Floating is some kind of your decimal number like temperature 23.4, 23.51. On the character, you have a single character A, B, C, anything depend on you. On the boolean, we have a value like true, false, or neither 0 and 1s. On the string, you have a object-oriented thing like hello world or hello Arduino on a comma sections. This whole process are used on also Python, C, or different programming language. This is the main idea behind how the variable and data type will be work. So if you better understand, let's take an example. So we have the serial begin. We usually used a program that will be work on our Arduino to run a specific task. So this is the program. We have the serial begin 9600. So that will be allowed to a serial communication with the device and Arduino, like your computer to the Arduino. We have an integer number, anything like 10, 8, 9, 10, anything the value of integer. We have the floating my decimal number 3.14. I have my character, my single character is A, and my value of true is like on the device or off the device. And the other hand, my string is hello world or hello Arduino, depend on it. So this will be the whole thing on the setup. That will be the variable on the serial monitor will be shown on. So it will be print like you just have a type cl.println that will be your whole number, decimal, character, values, and also your string will be rewrite on the section serial monitor. Let's take another thing. What is constant? Constant, as the name suggests, there is a fixed value. Is like you have the fixed value does not change during the execution of your program. On the thing like constant, we have the integer number 2 that will be not change. It will be like we have the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until we have the you already know we have the 13 pins, digital pins to use on Arduino. So the constant is the data type, and also you already know data type will be the integer, float, character, boolean. Let's take an example to better understand what is constant. Here is that integer, int LED pin is equal to 13. We have to define a pin number 13 on the positive, and also we have the ground on the negative. So we have to constant our value on the LED pin number 13. And we have the code to set up and run the LED, like we have to blink the LED for taking the high to on the LED for 1 second and low the LED for 1 second. So this will be look like your code will be output of light will be on, off, and also your LED will be attached to the pin number 13 and ground. We have the operations. What is operation or operators? In Arduino, we have some kind of operator. We have like arithmetic operations like plus, minus, multiply, divide. We have the relational operations. We have like greater than, equal to, less than greater than less. We have the logical operations, and, or, equal to. We have the assignment operations, greater than plus, greater than minus, or right divided. Let's take an example to better understand what will be do and use to the operation. We have the arithmetic operation. Let's take an example. We have the integer a, integer b. Like we have to add a sum of the integer a or b plus equal to 15. Like we have the a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5. This is the whole value and sum of the 15. On the relational operations, we have the if and else statement to understand in a better way. The code will be executed if is greater than b. This is the relational operation. On the logical hand, we have if greater than a is greater than b and b is greater than 0. So the code will be executed if both conditions are true. This is the logical operation. On the assignment operation, we have the integer count of 10. So what we did that we have the count plus equal to 5. This is the whole count of 15. We have to multiply them, add them to have assignment on the operation. This is the whole process or thing that going on the Arduino programming section. Let's take what is control structure. So this is the decision making structure. For the term suggest decision making, do you have the some kind of value that will be defined if, else, or else if. So in Arduino program, that if, else, or else if statement used to condition execution, allow you to execute define block of code based on the certain condition. So that will be run on a different programming section, but in Arduino we have to use if, else, if, or also else. So if my condition is 1, so the condition will be run. This is the my true value. Else if condition 2, code if second is the true. And also else, we have to, if and else if will be true, my code will be executed. So that's why this is all by true value, because we have to use on the section if, else if, or if. So this is the true value, that's why the code will be executed. So what is array? In Arduino program, array basically used to store multiple value in a single store value, allow you to manage and relate data more effective way. And also you have to have array declaration, like you have the sensor pin and also sensor value that will be useful for storing and managing multiple value under the single variable. Let's take an example to have a better understanding. We have the array declare the integer by 5 elements, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the initial value. We have the 5 array number that will be understood by the initial value. On the other hand, we have the string. What is string do? We have already know. String is some kind of data type. We have the hello world. This is the initialized string in the literal word or understanding word. On the string 2, we have the string 1, 2, 3. This is the integer value because we have to use the number 1, 2, 3. What is Boolean? Boolean you already know. This is the value of true and false, also 0 and 1. So in Arduino, we use the two constant and represent our Boolean value by 0 and 1, high and also low. What is loops in Arduino? So basically loop will allow to execute a block of code repeatedly based on the condition. So it will be like you have the for, while or do while. We have some kind of loops that will be run repeatedly. This is the main part of Arduino. What was the error handling? So error handling basically the important aspect in programming. So they can help and manage to represent or reproduce your error codes. This is the important term in Arduino. What is error handling? So in error handling, we have to expect program that help and manage and represent your error. In Arduino, we have the effective error handling can be like you have a type of error, syntax error, runtime error, logical error. Let's see each one by one. So in the syntax, you have a mistake on your code. On the programming section, you have to mistake, like you have to forget to add semicolon, dot column, and also exclamation mark. On the runtime error, you have a programming error because some have like your program will be not work or Arduino will be not respond. On the logical error, we have the flaws on program. There are some kinds of flaws by the program. That's why they are not. So that's the whole process of error handling. If you have to like the video or you want some other thing in Arduino, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.